Hey there, YouTubers. I got some things I want to show you that's like camping and camping adjacent. So enough of this. I'll turn the camera and see what's going to happen. I got some ideas. We'll see if we can get them done. All right. Hope you're excited. You guys haven't seen it in a while, but yes, I still have Cousin Eddie, my 99 leisure travel, and he's doing great. And let's look at some battery stuff. What's the matter, buddy? I just brought him in here. We stopped here. This is where I'm storing a lot of my stuff. So I stopped here to go through some stuff. And I'm doing this because we're going to test some other battery stuff. Yeah, Vin. Eat that food. There you go. Yeah, I got a lot of things in here. Here's my old scooter. It's got no fuel in it, but it still pulls, so I think it's all right. Maybe I'll fiddle around with it. I might just sell it. These are worth a lot of money. Vinny. So here's the voices. Hers is the bigger one. I don't remember how much power hers has got. This is fully charged too. And I found some stuff while unpacking, so we're going to see how much power they take. On this one, it's all USBs up front. You come around to the back, and that's where the plugs and the 12 volt is. So let's get some stuff hooked up to this sucker. All right, so I turn this on, plug this in, follow the cord, and it's a toaster. It's a West Bend quick serve. And we'll see. There it goes. Woo! It uses almost 1,000 watts. That's a lot of power. Now again, I don't remember top of my head what hers maxes out at, so it might not be given that full power. It'll read it, but it cuts itself back and goes up to its max, so it will still operate stuff, but sometimes underpowered. Let's find something else while that keeps going. Eat your food, Vinny. At the pit stop, eat your food. Where'd your food go? There it is. Eat your food. Eat your food. Eat it. Vinny got a little sick last night, but I think he's fine now. Happens to all of us, especially with all the hair you eat, dude. Oh, toaster got done. Hold on. Use 4% of the battery to do that. Alright, so if you need toast, you can have toast. Plugged in, follow the cord, and it is the New Wave Biggie, not the New Wave Mini. Alright, put it on for 2 minutes. Look at that sucker go. 1,550 watts. Again, I don't think this Ecoflow goes that high. That sounds like it's struggling. 1,500 watts, but it's doing it. I think that's long enough, don't you? That it'll power it. I don't want to break it. But it'll run it. I'll pause it. Pause it and went to 0. Alright, see if we can find something else in here. No, this junk I brought from Ohio. Alright, so we unplugged the New Wave Mini. This is my air compressor. I haven't used it in a while. I got it plugged in back here. See if we can get it going. Overload. So no, it cannot power that. That's the first time I've seen it say that. The voice might not like me doing this. Nope, it's doing nothing now, but I did see it blank overload. So, no to the air compressor. All right, now I got this little radiator heater thing. Oh, it tripped that. There we go. That's why it wouldn't do it again, because when it overloaded, it tripped that. 621 watts. To get some heat out of that one too. Whoa, that's too much. You can tell. That's a lot. You can turn it off. So it will power it. I think it'd be best to stay on 1. That fan, when you use that much power, it gets going. Vinny, do you want to go back into the van? We're only going to be here a little bit. Let's go see what he's doing. What's your dealio? Huh? You alright? You okay? Cowboy suit, right? Cry boy? You skinny buddy. I don't know. Seems to be okay, but, you know, diabetic for this long and losing weight. Can't eat the rest of that food now. All right, now you can call this thing whatever you want to call it. Reciprocating saw, jigsaw. It's one of those weird things. I've cut up trees with it. That's not what it's meant for. But let's see. So sure, if you wanted, take something like that along with you, you're good. All right, now if you're building your off-grid, cabin, most people, be smart, take a generator, but let's see if we can get this to work. Well, maybe, just maybe, you could build your off-grid cabin with this saw and this Ecoflow. You never know. Vinny, I'll put you back in the van. You're too whiny.
You guys haven't seen Cousin Eddie for a while in any videos. Well, there he is, and there's the Voices vans. We still own them, and we're going to get back to using them a lot more. And this is just something I'm going to fiddle with this water thing again and see if I can get it to work any better. P.S. I recorded some things in slow motion, so there's a couple clips that don't have any audio, so I'll talk over and try to explain what's going on. Because here we're messing with my Ecoflow, which is a little smaller inside my van, Cousin Eddie. Here are the stats on this Ecoflow in case you want to pause and take a look. And I'm sure by now you get it that I'm just trying to see how much power different things uses and what you can power with these awesome Ecoflows. Buy Ecoflow, I like them. I get no money from it because I don't ever take any sponsors or nothing like that. So here we go. This is an old, and I mean it's pretty old, drill, and obviously this Ecoflow powers it without any problems at all. So here we go with a dehumidifier, and I don't care what anybody says, I will use whatever power I need to always keep a dehumidifier running. Water, dampness, moisture is the worst thing for an RV. It's worth the amps. Seriously, I'll die on that hill. It's well worth the amps and far better than damp rid. Okay, this is the coolest thing ever. I saw someone else had one and the Voice surprised me with one, and I'm going to use this to replace the 1 gallon shop vac I usually take because this thing's easy to recharge with this solar stuff and it's got good power. These are awesome to have in an RV, especially if you have pets. I will say again, sometimes you got to rate what's worth the amps. This is worth the amps. That's not too much to recharge these batteries, and keeping stuff clean in an RV will help you keep your sanity. It's worth it. All right, now we got this little fan I really like a lot. Urloa, I don't know how you say it. But it's a 12 volt fan, so we're going to plug 12 volt in. I love this Ecoflow thing. Turn it on, there's a little button. There, it's on. Turn these on. Both little fans are on high. It's using a whopping 6 watts. Isn't that awesome? These are one of my favorite fans I've ever bought. And I like to buy a lot of fans. I took this one down it's 5 watts. Went down and turned it off, and this says it's using 0 watts. Which can't be accurate, but it's taken so little that it won't even register high. Peaked up at 6 watts. Even if that's accurate, that's pretty darn good. Love this thing. Alright, let's see what else we got going. I told you I like fans, but I got stuff piled everywhere. You gotta excuse me. So this is a regular plug one. It's on low. That's low. Using 32 watts. Go up to 2, which is high. Using 41 watts. And not kicking out nearly as much power as that little one I just did. So this thing is awesome. That little one is awesome. Next thing. All right, this is a little 1 gallon micro shop vac. Why am I doing this inside? Because I'm doing it inside, that's why. Just don't worry about it. And this obviously is a plug. Turn it on. Okay, so if you need it, you can take shop vac with you and run it off this Ecoflow, even the smaller Ecoflow. Pretty neat, huh? All right, we got more stuff. We're going to keep doing this. Okay, this is something we do a lot of. We have 3 of these. It's a fridge freezer. Have the great big one that the voice uses in her van. And on this trip, we've learned that, hey, her regular built-in 12-volt refrigerator on her van, not a gas or electric one, a 12-volt refrigerator, like the size of a Dometic, like the size of one of these things, is starting to work properly again. So let's see how much power this uses. See it turn on. You can tell it. I'm going to get it down below freezing, so we're going to tell it to be a freezer. Let's see when it kicks in. Here it kicks in. Sipping power. Now, if it's right at that rate, it will last 12 hours. But the beauty of these is they turn off and on. So I would bet you once it gets cold, and what we do a lot of times is we get things cold while hooked to power, you know, and then it just maintains it and they last a really long time. So that's pretty good, only 40 watts. We don't need to keep doing this because I got more stuff I want to test. I'm having fun. Are you having fun? I don't know if you're having fun. But a lot of people when you go camping use these things, so it could be helpful for you. 42 watts, 44. That's with it working hard. Pretty good. All right, we're going to do something else. Hey, we haven't done the USB stuff yet. Let's do a little USB fan. There's my fan. There's my fan. This one makes noise. So it's using 2 watts. 2 watts. There you go. See, and I'm a sucker too for all these battery things. Usually, if you're lucky, they last a year or 2. But this one has a panel that folds out. Look at that. Ooh, fancy. You can charge these from the sun. You can charge these with USBs into a thing like this. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's plugged in. 5 watts to charge that thing. See, there's a little red light in there, so that one's charging. Means it still works. It's pretty amazing. That one's charging. That takes 4 watts. That one's charged. Let's see if we charge that one. 6 watts to charge that, and you can see it's charging. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do my TV and VCR combo. Now this is my old one. The DVD player is on. You can hear it loading, but it's not saying that it's drawing any power from here. All right, now we're going, and I'm gonna, my old TV. It's not a smart TV or nothing. I had it forever, since I got the van. So we're gonna turn that on. 30 watts, you can see it's on now. 34 watts. 32, and I got some movie playing. I don't know what's playing. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that running. So I've used this in the past and other ones to watch TV. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, why? I got this thing. Why not just use it instead? And that's what I do sometimes. Right, so now we got the TV going, and DVD player, and I hook that in to keep charging that battery pack. We're only using 78 watts. Let's hook some more stuff up to it. Okay, I apologize for the dirty floor, but we're gonna do that other dehumidifier. Turn that on. Oh, we're gonna crack. Are we gonna crack 100 watts? 98 watts. So we got TV, charging a battery pack, dehumidifier. Let's see what else we got. All right, so that all is still going. And I got this great lamp. I think I got 2 of these from Aldi. That sucker is bright as all get out. You don't even want to know how bright that is. So let's charge it. Down 1 bar, but that is very, very bright. Great light. A connector, you know, USB-C, and I can't find it, so we'll charge that later. I also got this little mini heater. Let's hook this sucker in. It's on. Oh, that bounced it up a little bit. So let's see how much this uses on its own, huh? Well, let's do this first. Hold on. I'm going to unplug this, unplug that, the dehumidifier. and then unplug the charger. So we should be in like 30 watts, 31 watts. 31 watts. Can you remember 31 watts? I think I can. Oop. So that's 240, 230. That's not too bad. You could use this to get the cool out of a room, this little mini heater, right? Pretty neat, right? We'll call it 200 to 240 if it peaks. And it's kicking out heat. I'm glad to know that still works because I haven't used that in forever. That's what we got. All right, we're back to 31 watts. And this is another heater that if you see these, I used to hang these up there where that fan is, so that I was always worried in the winter that the cats were going to get into it or their cat hair was going to get sucked into a heater like this and there would be fires and stuff. So I always hung this thing because I'm silly that way. But let's see. Again, 31 watts. And let's do this. That's just the fan. I turned it to the fan. So it's just a fan. It's only using 13 watts. That's pretty good. Turn it to heat, low. All right, that got high. That pretty much maxes this thing out. And it's saying it would last an hour, 42 minutes. So that's gonna pull some juice out of this. Now what it should do is if going to high is too much power, it'll just go to max out. So that's what it will do on this one. So it would still run it, but it would say, this is all the power I can give you. If you use cooking utensils and stuff too, it does the same thing with that. So this is all the power I can give you. Here you go. Oh, I'm gonna have to show you charging this DJI Osmo Action 4 because it's about to die. So yeah, there you go. It's pulling some power and it's hot. It's kicking out heat. That little one was pretty efficient for pushing out that much warmth. We might be using that tonight because it was chilly last night after all this heat. And it is July 17th, 16th, something like that. And up in the Ute, it's cold. I'm gonna plug everything back in. I'm gonna plug in the charger. And plug in that. Now we got this big fan again. I'm kind of trying to kill the battery or wear it down. Let me plug that in there. So we got 4 things hooked up. Dehumidifier, fan, charging a battery pack for a Ryobi, and watching TV. Turn the fan on high. We're using a grand total of 109 watts. These things are darn useful. I swear to you, I think if I was to do a van build, I wouldn't even bother putting in a real air quotes, solar power system and battery banks and all that. I think I'd go with a couple, 3 of these that you could also put some solar panels on the roof, run the wiring down, and keep these charged that way. I think that would be fantastic. You could have 2 or 3 of these in your van in different locations. It would be fantastic. I honestly think that's what I would do. All right, we're at 94 watts with all those things plugged in. I'm gonna plug in the charger for this camera. What's it, 6-7 watts, that's all it's taken. 12 volt fan. There we go, these are going too. So we're at 105 watts. We're gonna let this stuff all run for a while. I'm gonna come back, see if I can think of anything else to record. All right, we're in the Voices van. We got 2 fans, we got that one going, that's a 12 volt. That's the Tornado is a regular fan. Plugged in the back, you can see 12 volt there. And using about 75 watts. I'll let these run, it's warm in here. All right. I moved that fan over there. That's key. Let's plug this TV in that's sitting here for no reason. Just trying to take some power out of these suckers. There we go. Let's see what it'll do. Just trying to get this battery to go down a little bit, so that's what we'll do. And in here we got the panels. We're gonna do that tomorrow. You had enough? People are looking for electrical stuff and solar stuff, not cat stuff, but they get cat stuff anyways. Tell them. Vin. Boo boo. Good boy? Nothing, you're quiet now.
I push this button on top, you'll start talking, won't you? Vinny, wanna go back in the van? Yeah? Wanna go back in the van? Yeah? Alright, I'll put you back in the van. Oh, this video is gonna be pieces, parts all over the place. Step on out. You can do it. Step on out. Oh, he wants to explore. I gotta get him. Here we go. Alright, I love these things, these little fans. Put them on a little battery pack. Pretty good wind. Pretty good. Here's another thing I have to charge. This is the silliest thing ever. It's a personal fan, right? You clip it to your belt and it shines up in your face and you can feel the wind coming down. I use this in my fridge as a fridge fan. You can charge it with, you can use it to get power from. It has a light as well, and then you charge it over here. And it's almost dead, so I'm gonna charge it. But these things are pretty great to use as a fridge fan, as opposed to those battery operated weird ones. You just have to charge them. And usually at night, things are gonna stay cold enough so you can charge these at night and put them in the day. I highly suggest these silly little things to use in your RV refrigerator. All right, we're doing a lot. That's a fan, a 12-volt fan. That's a phone. That's a lantern. That's a refrigerator fan. That's another big light. There's another battery pack. There's a battery pack there being done. There's this light being done. There's this fan being done. There's that being done here. And all this getting done because I got a splitter, you know. It's got a bunch of USB connectors on it and got them all full. Only doing 111 watts. But charging everything. It's fun, right? It's weird. Let's see, there's the bag. It's been heating all day, 4 or 5 hours. There's this. Let's see what we got. Oh, that water's gotten pretty warm. That stuff hot. It's still building up pressure, but it did a good job getting the water hot. I'll tell you something pretty cool. I swear to you, I didn't get to show you, but that pump pumped almost every drop of water out of this bag. Pretty cool. All right, I don't know. 3 stars, maybe 3.5. Has some good aspects. Takes a lot of time to get it to pressure, but it is a pressurized shower in a bag that you can carry along. So for what it is, I think it does okay. That's it. There might be more stuff coming up. I don't know. Either way, have a great and wonderful day.
Come back for the next episode where we charge these Ecoflow portable power stations.